friends, welcome back to the question answer series. I am Dr. Asha Bakshi from Indore. Our today's question is to Dr. Kishore Nadkarni. Dr. Kishore Nadkarni is a surgeon and not a gynecologist, but he has lot of interest in male infertility and also in the sexual medicine. He is director of 4 hospitals in Vapi and around, and he has organized several national and international conferences, and on the top of that he has keen interest in teaching. Dr. Nadkarni, a couple comes to you with primary subfertility and the husband has azoospermia. His FSH levels are also very high. So someone has advised him AID, artificial insemination donor. But the couple wants the baby from their own genetic material. So how would you treat this patient and what would you advise?
Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Asha Bakshi, for asking me this question. This is a couple with azoospermia. The husband has azoospermia with FSH more than 30. So I think this patient has a non-obstructive azoospermia with testicular failure. They have been advised to go for artificial insemination donor and they want to conceive their own child. Yes, it is possible for them to conceive their own child, and this will be through ICSI, through sperm retrieval techniques. You have to get the sperms by sperm retrieval techniques. Now, I would like to investigate this patient further, examine him and find out his testicular volume, and then in addition to FSH, would like to do his testosterone, serum testosterone levels, total testosterone levels, as well as estradiol level. After seeing these reports, I would also like to find his genetic investigations, do his genetic investigations, that is his YQ microdeletion and a karyotype. If all these if karyotype and YQ microdeletion is normal, and if the testes are of good volume and the FSH is more than 30, it would still be testicular failure, and the procedure of choice to retrieve his sperms would be TESI. A TISA followed by a TESI, and we would like to get the sperms. So before that, there is a medical treatment. That is why I would like to do his testosterone and estradiol levels. We would like to do his testosterone to estradiol ratio, and if the T to E ratio is less than 10, then this patient would require medical treatment prior to sperm retrieval. And this medical treatment would be giving him aromatase inhibitors, that is anastrozole 1 mg or letrozole 2.5 mg daily for 30 to 60 days. And in addition, I would add HCG 2000 units, human chorionic gonadotropin 2000 units, 3 times a week for 2 months. After giving this pre-treatment for 2 months, I would proceed to do his sperm retrieval, and his wife would obviously be treated with ovarian stimulation after doing her workup and doing her hysteroscopy and other things, and then proceed for an ICSI after retrieving his sperms. The chances of sperm retrieval are quite good depending on the testicular volume, the FSH, and the biopsy. After retrieving the tissue, I would then also send it for biopsy, which would then tell me whether the patient, what is the nature of his defect, whether it is spermatogenic arrest, maturation arrest, Sertoli-Cell-Ogli syndrome, etc. The reason for genetic investigations is that in case there is some genetic problem, then I would like to counsel this patient and even offer him PGD, so that the chances of risk of transmission of that defect to the progeny would be then explained to the patient. Thank you. Micro-TESI is a method of surgical sperm retrieval which can be used in cases of testicular failure and non-obstructive azoospermia. Now, what is the meaning of micro-TESI? Micro-TESI is based on the premise that focal areas of spermatogenesis may be present even in badly damaged testes. So even if the testes are small, they are badly damaged, the consistency is not good, FSH is high, and there is obvious evidence of testicular failure, still there may be some focal area of spermatogenesis from which we can remove the sperms. What then are the indications for micro-TESI? The indications for micro-TESI is failure of repeated TESI on both sides. You don't get sperms and patient insists that he wants his own sperms. You could do a micro-TESI. You can also do micro-TESI when the testes are very small and the testicular volume is less than 10 ml. Klinefelter syndrome, hypogonadotropic hypogonadism, undescended testes, trauma, and these are some of the other indications of micro-TESI. So how is it done? Micro-TESI requires a good surgical setup, a microsurgical setup, a good microscope and good optics, and an excellent lab with an embryologist. The procedure is that you slit the testes open, you apply the microscope and you look for areas of tubules which are normal, having a little higher diameter than the normal. So you look for those islands of dilated tubules under the microscope, identify those tubules and pick up those tubules. and test them. So this is not so easy. It takes time. You have to do meticulous hemostasis, and it is a searching method. You have to remove small areas, send it to the lab. The embryologist reports whether it's positive or negative, and it goes on. Generally, the results are proportional to the amount of time that you invest in the procedure. Studies have shown that if you do micro-TESE for a period of 4 hours, the success rates are around 30 to 40%. But if you extend that micro-TESE to about 6 hours and almost survey every quadrant of the testes, then the success rates rise. So micro-TESE is an effective option, and it is the ultimate method of sperm retrieval when all other methods of sperm retrieval fail.